Your surgery is only half the battle. The other half is won in your recovery zone. If you haven't optimized your home for a one-arm lifestyle yet, you aren't ready for day one post-op. Welcome to My Cold Therapy. We're here with Josh Cont'd, a leading specialist in injury prevention with DonJoy products. Josh brings a wealth of clinical expertise to help us tackle complex shoulder stability today. This is the heavy-duty wrap for contact sport athletes who take hits from every angle. Josh, explain how this helps football linemen, rugby players, or wrestlers. By using two 4-inch straps in opposite directions, it essentially reconstructs the shoulder capsule, keeping you stable through the grind of hockey, lacrosse, and high-impact collisions. This guide is part of our dedicated shoulder recovery series, taking you from pre-op prep to full range of motion. If you find these deep dives helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Are you dealing with general joint laxity? Tell us your story in the comments. Now, let's dive right in.
Today we have a really special guest. We have Josh, who is a DonJoy and ACO medical rep and a certified athletic trainer. And he is going to take us through how to use the DonJoy Sully brace for multi-directional and inferior instability. Josh, walk us through it.
All right, so once you've gotten everything out of the bag, you're going to have the base layer, which goes around the shoulder and the torso. This would be used for a left side. You flip it around this way to use it for a right side setup. So that's the base layer. Then you've got your 3 straps in the bag here. You've got 2 identical kind of 4-inch wide neoprene straps. Those are kind of your heavy straps. And then you've got that bifurcated strap, which is a split strap for the anterior instability setup. So we're going to set that to the side for this segment because we're going to go over how to set it up for multi-directional and inferior instabilities.
So you do not need that bifurcated strap for this indication.
So once we've got the athlete here, we're going to have them stand with the affected arm towards you, and then we're going to open up this strap that goes around the body, and we're going to come down to the piece right here at the bicep area. We're going to undo this Velcro.
I have a question, because we get this a lot from the patients. How much is somebody with this condition able to move the shoulder? Is it a situation you can't move it, or there's still a little bit of mobility? What do you normally see?
Yeah, most people are going to have a limited range, meaning they're going to have limited ability to raise their arm up overhead. They're going to have a limited ability to rotate the shoulder and potentially raise the elbow. But the good news is with this setup, you don't really have to do any movement other than just feeding it onto the arm, and you're going to be doing the application straps for them. So again, you're going to need help with this. Right. So athletic trainer, PT, family member, teammate.
Gotcha.
So again, once we've got everything kind of opened up, we're going to allow the athlete to kind of slide into it. Now, I will tell you that with athletes that are a little bit sweaty, or you've got a tight fit, so sometimes people measure to the top end of a range, whether it's regarding the bicep or the chest measurement. And so you can potentially put a little bit of baby powder or something on the patient's arm to allow this to slide up a lot easier. Because right now, in a setting when you're not sweaty, it's a lot easier to get on.
Gotcha.
And then coming out of it after practice and things like that, you're going to see a difference. But again, we're going to pull this up into place. And again, if patients have a little bit of pain, you can kind of stabilize them at the elbow and kind of walk this up with your hands here on the arm. Once we're in place like that, we're going to flip this over. Again, the top seam of the base layer garment is going to basically split the shoulder in half, 50-50. So that's going to go just like that. We're going to come around to this side of the athlete. We're going to have them just raise that arm up out of the way. We're going to pull a little bit of tension across the chest, kind of stabilize. We're going to take this piece, come around, and Velcro that here. And then I always just kind of give it a little pull to make sure that the base layer is on them and it's not wrinkled up. Now here in this position, you're going to pull this down. You're going to tuck this tab in, kind of behind his elbow here. And then this Velcro strap comes around. And we just want to anchor that firm right down at the bottom of the bicep area, okay?
Okay.
So once that base layer is on, we're going to have, in this example, again, we're going to be hands on the hips,
okay,
and the athlete's kind of standing straight and tall. And that's, again, going to put the arm in a little bit of internal rotation of the humerus here. So it's turning him in that way. Now we're going to take the heavy straps. Those are the ones we're going to use for this part. And when you look at these straps, when you open them up here, you're going to have one side that's already pre-sewn onto the brace or the strap, and then you're going to have one moving strap here.
Okay.
So what this allows you to do, and again for this multi-directional or inferior instability, we're going to start down here kind of, so again, the bicep is here. We're basically going to start low with the heavy sewn area around back like that.
Okay.
And then this piece is going to go around front, and we're going to pull a little bit of internal rotation. And then this is going to come up and cap the shoulder. So we're actually going to try to compress the ball of the shoulder into the socket. I've got my piece of Velcro here. This is going to come around just like this. And when you get to this end here, we can actually do a couple things. We can go ahead and put this on here 50-50 overlap. So about 50% of this is here with 50% overhanging the tip of the strap. Now these straps are trimmable, so if it was really long, we could fold that back and cut off what we don't need. But for the sake of the video here, we'll leave it full length. We'll go ahead and connect this Velcro. And then we're gonna pull a little bit of tension around here, and this is gonna go around and just rotate this way for me. And this is gonna Velcro right back here on his back, okay?
Quick check-in. If this info is helping you take charge of your recovery, hit that like button and subscribe to join our community. We're dropping new guides every week to give you the edge you need to heal faster. For the medical devices, products, and recovery essentials we talk about in our videos, head over to mycoldtherapy.com to see how we can help upgrade your home setup. Have a question or a tip of your own? Drop it in the comments below. We love hearing from you. All right, now let's get back to the video.
And then we're gonna do the exact same thing again, only this time we're going to go the opposite direction.
Okay.
So same exact strap here. We're going to take the heavy pre-sewn area part and kind of go close to the shoulder this way. We got our little floating end here. I'm just going to tab that here for a moment. So instead of starting back here, this time you're going to change directions. So the heavy Velcro's in my right hand now for a right shoulder setup. And then this is going to go right here. And we're just going to pull a little bit of force back this way just to take the slack out of the strap. The athlete continues to rest their hand on their hip. And then this piece is going to form like a figure 8 or X right on top of the shoulder joint. And then this strap, when I come across the shoulder, we can pull a little bit of tension here. I always tell clinicians to be careful about how much force we do under the armpit, because that's a common kind of a choke point in the shoulder, where an athlete may feel their hand going to sleep or their arm starts to feel heavy, right? So we don't want to limit circulation. So now we're going to come back here to the back of the brace, my little tab piece of Velcro here. We're going to put that on this strap, same technique. And we can have him kind of rotate toward the camera. And then this piece is going to come down around the back side to the chest and Velcro right here in the front. You can turn back that way. So we just finished that strap right here. And it's basically just going the opposite direction of the other one. So this is kind of the gold standard setup for a lot of patients with shoulder instability,
Okay.
but particularly for people that have looseness, both anterior, posterior, inferior. That's why they call it that multi-directional, because this is an athlete that's got quite a bit of compromise to the shoulder stabilizers.
Let me get them a close-up of this so you actually can see the figure 8. That's actually pretty tight, so that's cool.
Yep. And again, the tension is something you can check with the patient at the end of the setup.
Okay.
Hey, how's everything feel? And, common areas where it might feel a little tight, if it's feeling a little tight here, obviously we can loosen up down here at the arm, because that's going to be a point of circulation passing through the arm. And then we can also loosen those chest straps, both front and back side.
So a couple questions. What is this preventing my shoulder from doing in sports? What are the better indications for? Is it football, wrestling, or is it just all of the above?
So to address what it's doing to the shoulder, we're essentially taking the humeral head and we're pulling it into the socket and holding it firm. And so we've got kind of a force anterior and a force posterior that's keeping it kind of centered in the groove.
And that's that figure 8.
Yeah, that's that figure 8. So it's locking the ball in the socket. And for sports, this is going to be, again, a multi-sport, multi-activity brace,
Gotcha.
as it can be worn, you know, underneath a polo shirt golfing. You know, it could be something that you use doing water sports.
Okay.
It could be used for an athlete underneath their football equipment, their lacrosse equipment, on the soccer field, on the basketball court, in the weight room.
Perfect. So basically, any kind of
This is
activity.
a jack of all trades type brace.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Yep.
Now the key question is, how do we get it off?
Yeah. So to take it off, you know, I always say just loosen your chest straps here. So we've got one in the front, and that will kind of come off here like this. It's probably a good idea to just go ahead and take those straps off, because you're going to need to reapply those each time. And then I usually just have patients or athletes, you know, if it's sweaty, you can kind of hang it up over a clothes hanger and let it air dry. And if they're dry, you know, you can kind of roll these things up and put them back in your gym bag or whatever you want to do. And that way it's ready to go on the next day, and you don't have a tangled mess of Velcro somewhere. So same thing, we're going to come back here. And again, because this strap is finishing on the backside of the patient, you know, they may need the help of a loved one or a teammate or a clinician to get this thing off. Same thing, I'm just going to roll these guys back up. And then as far as the last pieces there, you can loosen that.
Would you do the arm or the chest?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just always kind of flip that puppy up there. That's going to make it a lot easier to get it down over your arm. And then we'll undo this body piece here. And then again, I just say turn it wrong side out, and then grab it here to take it down over your arm.
Thank you, Josh. That was a great explanation of how to use the DonJoy Sully brace.
No
Any
problem.
comments or questions, drop them down in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
We hope this guide gives you the confidence you need to take the next step in your recovery. To ensure you're set up for success from start to finish, be sure to explore the rest of our video library for more expert tips and walkthroughs. If you're looking for the medical devices and products featured in our videos, head over to mycoldtherapy.com to browse our full collection. Got a question about today's topic or a suggestion for a future video? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from our community. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and join us on the journey to better mobility. Thanks for watching, and as we always like to say around here, let's get back to living.